the narcissist's playbook. They walk into your life with confidence, charm, and intense focus on you. Feels like fate. But beneath that charm is a carefully calculated game. Narcissists know exactly what to say, how to act, and when to strike. Their methods may feel like love or connection, but it's not love, it's strategy. They feed off admiration. They use your kindness, your trust, and your empathy like weapons. Emotional manipulation isn't random, it's systematic. And if you don't know the signs, you won't even see it coming. Understanding how they work is the first step to breaking free. Let's unpack their strategies one layer at a time. Love bombing, the bait. At first, they flood you with attention. Compliments pour in. Texts come nonstop. They say you're the most amazing person they've ever met. You feel seen, adored, and chosen. This is the love bombing phase. It's fast, intense, and addictive. You feel like you've finally met someone who truly gets you. But that intensity isn't natural, it's a setup. They watch how you respond. They learn your dreams, your insecurities, and your boundaries. Not to cherish them, but to control them. You're being studied, not loved. The goal is to get you hooked, emotionally, physically, and psychologically, before the mask slips. Mirroring, becoming what you want. They copy your values, your interests, your goals. If you love poetry, they suddenly do too. If you talk about past trauma, they act deeply understanding. This isn't empathy, it's manipulation. They reflect back an image of your ideal partner. They build a connection by becoming the person they think you want. Feels magical, but it's artificial. Once you're attached, their true personality starts to emerge. But by then, you're emotionally invested in someone who doesn't actually exist. Creating emotional dependence. Narcissists want control. To gain it, they slowly isolate you from your support system. They start with subtle comments. Your friend doesn't really care about you. Your family doesn't understand us. They create doubts in your mind. They want to be your only emotional outlet, your anchor, your world. They reward closeness and punish distance. When you please them, you get affection. When you set boundaries, they pull away, criticize you, or become cold. Your brain starts working harder to get it right, hoping to bring back that initial warmth. That's the trap. Gaslighting, twisting your reality. You bring up something they said. They deny it. You point out a hurtful behavior. They say you're too sensitive. This is gaslighting, one of their most powerful tools. It makes you question your memory, your judgment, even your sanity. You start to second-guess everything. Over time, you rely on them to tell you what's true. The more confused you feel, the easier you are to control. Gaslighting isn't about winning an argument. It's about breaking your sense of reality. Once that's gone, they can rewrite the story however they want. Devaluation, pulling the rug. After idealizing you, they slowly begin to devalue you. The compliments stop. The criticism increases. They compare you to others or act disinterested. You're no longer on a pedestal, you're under their thumb. This phase is brutal because you keep chasing that early version of them. You work harder to win back their approval. But it's a moving target. You question your worth. You blame yourself. You believe that if you could just be better, they'd treat you like they used to. That cycle keeps you stuck. And that's exactly where they want you. The silent treatment and emotional withdrawal. When you speak up, they go silent. When you need reassurance, they vanish. This is not just immaturity, it's a weapon. Withholding affection is used to punish and control. It sends a message, if you upset me, you'll lose me. This tactic creates anxiety and desperation. You're more likely to apologize, even when you did nothing wrong. You feel like you're always walking on eggshells. It's not communication, it's control. The push-pull cycle. They pull you in, then push you away. They warm up, then turn cold. This creates emotional whiplash. Each time they leave, your brain panics. Each time they return, you feel relief. That relief becomes addictive. This cycle changes your brain chemistry. Your stress levels rise. Your self-esteem drops. But your attachment to them deepens. You don't understand what's happening because your body is in survival mode. And survival mode doesn't think clearly, it just reacts. Triangulation, playing people against you. Narcissists bring in third parties to create competition and insecurity. They might talk about an ex who was more fun. They might flirt with others to make you jealous. They might pit friends or family against you. This creates confusion, rivalry, and desperation. You feel like you need to prove your worth. You start trying harder, not realizing you're playing a game you can't win. Triangulation isn't accidental. It's deliberate. It keeps you off balance and distracted from the real issue, their need for control. Feeding off your emotions. Narcissists thrive on emotional reactions. Rage, tears, panic, it all fuels them. Your emotional pain gives them a sense of power. It proves they can affect you. It makes them feel important. If you cry, they may mock you. If you're angry, they may smirk. If you try to stay calm, they may provoke you further. They don't want peace. They want dominance. When you stay emotionally centered, you starve them of that fuel. That's why emotional control is your greatest weapon. The Hoover, sucking you back in. After a breakup, many narcissists try to come back. This is called the Hoover, like a vacuum. They promise change. They say they miss you. They bring back the charm. But it's never about love. It's about access. They want back into your life so they can regain control. Once they do, the same cycle starts again. Recognizing the Hoover is critical. It's not a second chance. It's a repeat trap. Why it's hard to leave. People often ask, why didn't you leave sooner? But emotional abuse doesn't leave visible scars. It's slow, layered, and manipulative. By the time you realize what's happening, you're already deep in the cycle. There's guilt, fear, confusion. You may feel responsible for their moods. You may fear being alone. You may hope the real them comes back. Leaving a narcissist isn't just walking away. It's breaking free from a psychological prison. Reclaiming your power. Healing starts with clarity. See the pattern for what it is. Write it down. Name it. Study it. Truth breaks illusions. Rebuild your support system. Talk to people you trust. Join support groups. You are not weak for falling into their trap. You are human. Reconnecting with your intuition is key. Narcissists disconnect you from your own voice. Reclaim it. Start small. Set boundaries. Practice saying no. Let your nervous system rest. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be free. Final words. Narcissists are skilled manipulators, but knowledge is your shield. You can learn to spot the red flags early. You can rebuild your sense of reality. You can protect your peace. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not weak. You were targeted because you had something valuable, empathy, loyalty, love. And now you have something even more powerful, awareness. Use it.